Anybody knows Noah's Ark story? So it's a biblical theory. So where God was punishing the people who were sinning on the earth, but He loves Noah and his family who were not sinning; they were obedient to God. And these people, God appeared to Noah saying, "Build an ark or a big ship where you can fit all your family members and animals and everything, and remaining who are sinning, they will be destroyed by giving a lot huge rains on the earth, so that the earth will be filled with water." So he said, God said to Noah, so he built an ark, and he was in the ark for many months sailing. Only the water was there on the earth, nothing else. So he was sailing, and after a few months, the Noah was he got like he was sailing for many months. So he thought of looking outside what was there, whether the water went down or not, but we can see the land or not. He want to know. So he sent an pigeon. So outside the window of the ark. So the pigeon went 2-3 times. He sent. He came back. It came back. But at the fourth time, it never came back. That means the water went down. So that is one of the reason that he sent the first time bird in April 1st. So it's not a prank or joke. It's just a theory. So that was so continuing with the next agenda of the meeting, I would like to invite our general evaluator Daipayan to assume the role for the first time. So Daipayan is he's a UX designer working in the Oracle design team, challenging himself to build software products which are delightful to use. He endeavors to live by the maximum of less but better. He loves music, coffee, and long drives. So, without further delay, I would like to welcome Daipayan onto the stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravindra. So I'm not the general evaluator. April Fool. So the theme for today is April Fool's Day, and we often joke about fools, and fools are like, kind of like a comedy thing, which is fine. But if you've heard this quote from Steve Jobs, he says, "Stay hungry, stay foolish," right? So there's a lot of thing to learn by being foolish as well. So in line with that, for everyone here, I'll be the general evaluator who I will be kind of evaluating how the meeting goes. With me, I have a team called the tag team, which is the timer, the R counter, and the grammarian. So I'd like to call upon my team members. The timer for today is Toastmaster Akarsha. He's online. So he works as a cloud architect of OCI with about 5 years of experience. He loves to read about new technologies, innovations, and he's trying to learn networking and leadership. So welcome.
Thank you, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmaster, and welcome guest. As a timer, my duty is to time prepared speeches, table topic speeches, and the speech evaluation during this meeting. For prepared speeches, for an icebreaker speech, I'll show the green card at 4 minutes, and the yellow card at 5 minutes, and the red card at 6 minutes. The red card shall be held at till you finish the speech. You will get a 30 seconds of buffer to finish the speech. For a 5 to 7 minutes prepared speeches, I'll show a green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and the red card at 7 minutes. So the red card shall be held up till you finish the speech. You will get a 30 seconds of buffer to finish the speech. For other projects, the timing will be as per the objectives. For table topics, Each speaker is encouraged to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. I will show the green card at 1 minute and the yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds and the red card at 2 minutes. The red card shall be held up till you finish the speech. You will get a 30 seconds of buffer to finish the speech. If you speak under 1 minute or over the time of 2 minutes 30 seconds, you will be disqualified and will not be eligible for the awards. For evaluation for the prepared speeches, the green card is shown at 2 minutes, the yellow card is at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the red card at 3 minutes. It's the same rules goes for the evaluation as well. The red card shall be held up till you finish the speech. You will get 30 seconds of buffer to finish the speech. I will report this qualifying times when called upon throughout the meeting. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akarsha. Next, we have the R counter. So the R counter for today is Toastmaster Namrata. She's a yoga instructor. Apart from flashing a very lighting up smile, she also likes to trek, do outdoor activities, and believes in living in the moment. So.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daipayan. So today I have taken the role of R counter. As R counter, I'll be counting unnecessary words and uttered words said by people such as ah, and long pauses. Also with R counter, I am a R counter for today. So I'll be noting down the laughter generated by people in this meeting, and I'll come up with my report at the end of the meeting. Okay.
Right. Finally, the grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Dakshayani. She's a software developer in the JD Edwards tool team. She enjoys learning new things. She's currently learning board games, and music and reading have been her lifelong passion.
Toastmaster Daipayan. So, fellow Toastmasters, friends, guests, everyone here, my role as grammarian today is to pay attention to the good usages of English language and also provide suggestions for improvements. At the end of the meeting, I will be up on the stage again and I'll give you my report. Before that, I would like to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is to help fellow members to enrich your vocabulary one meeting at a time. So you can have a vast array of words to use to prepare for your speeches. So for this meeting, the word of the day is crafty. Crafty means clever at achieving one's aims by indirect or deceitful methods. Like for example, if I were to use that in a sentence, a crafty thief escaped the prison by faking his injury. And now for the word, that's the word of the day. Now for the phrase of the day, that would be fool's errand. Somewhat in keeping with the theme as well. So a fool's errand is an endeavor that is pointless, absurd, and completely useless. It's unlikely to be successful. So for example, he sent gullible junior students to do fool's errands. Or for example, another one would be, it's a fool's errand trying to get her to come to any event. So that's the phrase of the day. To repeat again, crafty is the word of the day and fool's errand is the phrase of the day. You are encouraged to use the word of the day as frequently as you would in this meeting, and I will count how frequent this word has been used. I will provide my report at the end of the meeting. Back to you, Toastmaster Daipayan.
So that was the tag team, and like Toastmaster Ravindra said, this is my first time as the general evaluator, so I hope it's not going to be a fool's errand.
So let us make this meeting a crafty meeting. So with that, so I don't have any pranks as of now to share with you. If anybody have been pranked or you have pranked others, can share anyone.
So once in college, We gave Oreo biscuit, we removed the cream from it and we added toothpaste to it.
That was the toothpaste prank. Okay. So there is a saying I want to share with you. So I April Fool is not that much a good day or great day to celebrate it, but we can. I have a saying. Instead of making April Fool on instead of making April Fool on 1st April, plant at least one tree and make April cool. So, this is the summer, right? So this will be applies to everyone. So let us plant a tree and save the earth. Okay. So with that, I will like to move to our next segment, that is speeches segment. So we have lineup of 3 speeches. So before I call upon speakers, I would like to call upon evaluators for the speeches. So first, I would like to call Toastmaster Barnali for evaluating Toastmaster Swati's speech and share her speech objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravindra. Toastmaster Swati is going to present her first speech today, which is the icebreaker speech. Big round of applause. So the purpose of this speech is for her to introduce herself to the club and also learn the basic structure of a public speech. All the best, Toastmaster Swati.
Next, I would like to invite our next evaluator Narayanan for evaluating Maheshwar's speech.
Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another icebreaker today by Toastmaster Maheshwar. So the purpose of the project will remain as earlier told. It's for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Looking forward to hear speech. All the best, Maheshwar. Thank you.
Next, I would like to invite third evaluator, Toastmaster Abhinav. He's evaluating Toastmaster Shailu's speech. So please share the objective.
Toastmaster Ravindra, today we are going to witness L3P1, that is level 3 project 1 from Toastmaster Shailu. Project title is Negotiate the Best Outcome. It's going to be a 5 to 7 minute speech. The objective is for the member to learn different types of negotiation skills and strategies that can be used while negotiating, and he or she can share some aspects of the past or future negotiation in his or her life. All the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So first, I would like to invite our speaker, Toastmaster Swati, who is giving icebreaker speech. So Toastmaster Swati is working in ADBS team. She likes drawing, painting, etc. She has joined Toastmaster as she wants to work on her communication skill, articulation skill, etc. Also, she wants to learn something new from every new people she meets. And also, I would, as it is an icebreaker speech, I want everybody to give a standing ovation after the speech. Toastmaster.
So, thank you everyone. Thank you Toastmaster Ravin for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. I am Swati Rania. I belong to a city of Nawabs. Any guesses which place it is?
No.
Okay, so everyone knows it. So I belong to Lucknow. Coming to that, my childhood and my public speaking, I am not new to this area. I have always been a public speaker in my school days, in my college. But the difference was, it was always about sharing information. Like I was called by my school principal to make any announcement, like who are the rank holders, when is the new sports competition, and I was also the part of a school choir group who used to sing the school assembly prayer. So basically, I was more on the academic side, obedient type of student. So it was never on the other side in the sense it was never on the. I never tried to make any people comfortable, to make someone console. Okay, it's okay. Next time you can do better. So in short, I was a strict Kharush teacher. Yeah. So so it was the main reason behind it. This was because I myself was a type of a teacher's pet, you can say, good in academics and always sort of perfect. But later, when I grown up, I faced many challenges of life, ups and downs of life. So I realized it's not always black and white. Things are great. People are neither super perfect or not, nor they are super lazy. It depends on the person's situations, a person's state of mind, and how he or she reacts in the situation. Many times even I have experienced like a person whom we think he or she is an all-rounder. Sometimes they also lack in a many basic skills. Sometimes they also fail. So that was a big change of me. So that was the starting of the, you can say, journey of Swati. Okay. So basically, with the time I realized I lack on the interpersonal skills. Like I can order someone, okay, you have to do this thing with this ETA, but I cannot relate to that person if he or she is not able to complete what's the blocker he or she is failing, and where how can I help him? So that was my big change in me with time. So to share my experience, how this change really happened, and what was a big change in me, big experience for me. I had lots of plethora of experiences and moments. So I selected one particular experience. It was a job interview. So I was asked to write a code, and to my surprise, what I felt the code is perfect. If this first run it will pass all test cases, but actually it didn't. It didn't pass even a single test case. Later, I was damn nervous because of, I don't know what to do. I started scrolling my laptop screen up and down, acting like I am searching the doubt, which is actually I was not. I was totally fogged out. Like my brain was fogged. I was not able to find error in my code. Then later, after a few minutes, that tube light moment happened. I thought, okay, this I should keep my code in try catch block, because for few input cases, exceptions can happen. So to handle that exception, I need to put my code in try catch block. I did that, and then just it passed all test cases. So that was a big moment for me. Even that increased my confidence so much that I explained my code to the interviewer with whole enthusiasm, more than the knowledge actually I had about that Java topic. So this was a big changing moment for me. And so now I want to come to the next topic, why I want to join Toastmaster. So everyone have this partial feeling of self-righteousness. They think I am correct and the person is wrong. So as I am also a basic human, I also have that feeling. I am always correct, that the person who is feeling me wrong, he has this certain lordship skill, because of he or she making me prove correct. But actually I am no, I am correct. So in every alternate days, I come across this situation where I know I'm not able to prove myself. So that adds up fuel to my anger, to my irritation. And sometimes I feel it's a foolish errand to explain my thought process, why I think and that way. So that was the main motive to join this Toastmaster. Even though you are correct, but it also matters how you explain yourself, what kind of vocabulary you use, and also as Ravindra introduced me, like I want to meet learn every new thing, every new people I meet, and from all of you sitting here, and also the people who are connected online on Zoom. So that's my aim for joining this Toastmaster. I hope I achieve this goal sooner. Thank you.
That was breaking the ice. She finally broke the ice. So I hope there will be a good feedback about the first speech. And after that, evaluator should not say April Fool. Okay, next, I would like to invite Maheshwar Tiwari. He's also giving his first icebreaker speech. About Maheshwar, he has 17 years of experience, more than 17 years of experience in cybersecurity and networking domain. Currently, he's working as information security senior manager in Oracle, and he's managing DART team. DART stands for Detection and Response Team for Oracle SaaS Cloud Security. So he manages DART team, and he loves to play cricket and chess, and he loves to play with his kids for stress relieving.
So, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, friends and guests. I don't know how should I start. I prepared very well, but here I am. Hope it should not be a full servant. All right. So, my name is Maheshwar Tiwari, and I want to share a journey of resilience, determination, and a pursuit of one's dream. I was born in Uttar Pradesh, a vibrant state, and was raised in a melting pot, Hubli, Karnataka. There is a place called Hubli in Karnataka. My life's journey is not short of, it is a kind of adventure, I would say. I am a BCom graduate. With that in hand, and back in 2000, I was having a dream of making my career into IT. So that is when I moved to Bangalore. I did not know Bangalore is that time a very cruel city for me. So the reason for that is, I'm saying cruel because I was in Bangalore for almost 11 months, knocking the door of each company for an opportunity, but I did not get the opportunity. Somehow, with great difficulty, I have to make a decision that I have to go back to Hubli. So I went back to Hubli. I gathered a courage. I summoned some courage, and again with a renewed determination, I came back to Bangalore, and by God's grace, I was able to secure a job. And that was a pivotal moment in my, that was a pivotal moment for my future. Okay. So since then, there is no looking back. I have 18 plus years of experience in IT, networking security, and cyber security. I have had a privilege of having a first-hand experience of technology evolution. Having said that, today I stand before you as a senior manager for SaaS Cloud Security. I have entrusted a responsibility of detection and response team. So beyond the confine of the corporate world, I love intellectual and physical games. I'm a game lover. I play chess for strategical thinking, and I play cricket for my sportsmanship. So in my personal life, I have a lovely family, loving mother, supportive wife, and two beautiful daughters who inspires me to be best of myself every day. What I want to share at last in conclusion is, you will have hurdle in your life. you will have roadblocks in your life, but you have to take that as an opportunity and grow and evolve. Thank you.
Master Maheshwar, for the wonderful, you shared your life experiences, and it was good to receive good inputs for everybody of us here. Uh, Thank you. And so our third speaker is our Toastmaster Shailu. So he is attempting his L3P1 speech. The art of getting yes. Toastmaster Shailu. Shailu.
When Barack was the president, he and Michelle was traveling between the states and they felt hungry. And for the president to eat anywhere, it requires huge security and a proper planning. So they decided to go to a far place so that there wouldn't be much people around. They went to a little place, they enjoyed the food. After the food, the waiter came to Michelle and asked that the chef wants to meet her. Michelle was like, okay, I'll quickly go say hello and come back. When she came back, she said, you know, Parag, the owner of the restaurant used to be my boyfriend in school. Parag said, oh, Michelle, what if the life turned out to be a little bit differently? You could have been the owner of this restaurant. Then Michelle replied, no, Parag, if life turned out to be a little bit differently, he would have been the president of state. There is a great learning from Michelle. The way she put up her response shows her confidence and assertiveness. It reflects the ability to handle the situation with grace. And that's what we need in negotiation. A very good afternoon to fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today I'm honored here to share you some aspects of negotiation as a crucial aspect of life. Negotiation is nothing but a bargaining technique comprises between two parties which involve give and take. You may have to show negotiation skills at various aspects of life. For example, negotiating a salary hike with your manager, seeking permission from your parents for the Goa trip, and if you are married, then you have to negotiate with your partner that who will do the dishes tonight. Negotiation is not just a word, it's about understanding empathy, an art of finding a solution that leaves everyone content. There are two broad approaches of negotiation. The first is the distributive negotiation. It is also known as the win-lose situation or a zero-sum game. Here, one party will succeed only if the other party loses. Let us take an example of a sales business who want to come into the contract with a vendor for IT services. The sales business want most of the IT services but at a lower cost. On the other hand, the IT vendor want to sell the least number of IT services but at a higher cost. Here, both parties try to be a better in terms of other. So this we can see in the distributive negotiation. The second is the integrative negotiation. It is a win-win situation. Here, both parties come into the contract to gain a mutually beneficial solution. Let's take an example of a well-established fashion company and a cosmetic startup. They negotiate each other over a particular product so that the established fashion company can meet their financial and marketing goals. And on the other hand, the cosmetic startup can get a greater exposure. So here, when we are talking about negotiation, I would like to share one experience recently where I have showed my negotiation skills. It was a normal Thursday. No meeting was scheduled, and I had to contest for my club level international speech contest. As soon as I entered the office, my team lead bombarded with a multitude of tasks and asked me to submit the report by 3 p.m. exactly coinciding with the time of my club level international speech contest. As the clock ticks closer to 3, I approached my team lead with a joined hand and a puppy face. I said, "Ma'am, I have a request." She was like, "Ayo, request, tell me." I said, "Ma'am, I have to go for a speech contest." What nonsense is the speech contest? Seizing the moment to deploy my negotiation skills, I explained, "Ma'am, it's an international speech contest where speakers from all over the world going to take part and across the organization. I'm going to win one of them. Winning this contest means representing our club, our organization, and more especially your leadership at the area level contest." She exclaimed, "Oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps." And she graciously allowed me to go. But in true negotiation, both parties need to be satisfied. So she asked me to mail her the report and share the details in another 2 hours. That day, I learned the importance of effective communication and negotiation skills in achieving mutually satisfaction level. In conclusion, negotiation is not just about getting what you want. It's about finding a common ground and reaching to the solution that leaves everyone content. Whether it's a family discussion, it's a salary negotiation, or a simple compromise with a loved one, negotiation plays a crucial role in navigating life's different aspects. Remember, empathy, understanding, confidence are the key ingredients of negotiation. So always try to attempt negotiation with confidence, grace, and willingness to find a win-win situation. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
That was a wonderful speech by Toastmaster Shailu. Last week when I asked Shailu, is there a slot for a speech? He said already the slots are filled up and he's keep on giving speeches. I haven't given any speech. I think only 2 speeches I have.
Your negotiation skill is not good.
Okay. I will negotiate next time properly. Okay.
You should be crafty.
So next, and also coming to the theme, this is the financial year starting, right? April. When is the final? What is the period of financial year? Anybody?
April to March.
Yes, April to next year March. Okay. So why it was like this? April to next year March. Anybody?
During the New Year, people are they don't want to
Hangover.
Okay, that's a funny one.
Fooling everyone throughout the year.
I'm asking about the financial year in India. So in India, we have financial year from April to next year March. It is because our India is dependent on agriculture. So agriculture's life cycle, based on that, our budget and everything will be planned. So the agriculture crops will be starting from the farmers will be starting agriculture crops from the month of April, and the harvest will be done between October to next year March. So because of that life cycle, the budget will be planned based on that, and that is the reason it was financial year is from April to next year March. So that is about one thing I want to bring into this theme apart from April Fool. Okay. Okay. So and also I want to share this is April starting. Recently my project started some few issues coming in our project because last few months we were very cool and relaxing, and suddenly from last 3-4 days there was a large financial settlement happening, like accounts receivables, and accounts payables. So all the programs got stuck, and this concurrent manager programs got stuck. And so I thought this is because of this huge data being got corrupted, and finally anyhow we got rectified it. So that is also start of the financial year. Let us hope for a good start of the financial year. Okay, and with that, let's move on to the next segment, that is table topics, and hosting by our Toastmaster Kaushal. He's an improv artist. He's currently working as a product manager in Oracle. He's a Toastmaster who believes in exploring different art forms. He has been part of Toastmaster fraternity since 2015. He is also a trained improv artist. He is a path breaker in engaging humor. He calls himself a humorously serious speaker, trying to be a seriously humorous speaker. He has served Toastmasters in different capacities, mentored clubs and individuals to shine better. With that, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Kaushal onto the stage.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. What a full house today. Can we have a huge round of applause for this is what we all live for in Toastmaster. And nowadays I've stopped telling people that when somebody asks me, what do you do in Toastmaster? Like normally people used to say, where Toastmasters is where leaders are made. And now I've started calling Toastmasters is where we change lives. And today we saw how people came out of their shell and they delivered one of the best speeches of their lifetime till now, of course. I don't know what we'll do better than this. But let's have a huge round of applause for everyone who came here. All right, today we have a table topics session, but in a different mode, in a different flavor today. So we are going to have a small session on improv. So first of all, I would like to know a little bit more about yourself, like how many of you know about improv? What is improv? Anybody would like to explain in 30 seconds or 10 seconds? What is improv?
Unscripted sketch or anything which people don't stage without any pre-written in mind.
Any
planned mind.
preconceived notion, without any preconceived preparation or notion, right? Unscripted comedy, but there is no one who plans for a comedy here. That is the best part. Like it's because of the situation or the circumstances given, and the games are designed in a way that the comedy becomes a part of it, or comedy becomes a byproduct of it, and that's why it's called improv comedy. Also, you can take from the word improv. You might be thinking it has derived from the word improvisation.
Yes.
That is exactly what it is. So we are improvising the situation, whatever we are given, right? So it works completely on the feedback system. Like you will give us the suggestions that we need, and that there will be few folks who will be performing that situation. They will be living that situation in a manner that we'll see if the comedy generates. All right? Are you all set?
Yes.
Ready? But we would need 2 volunteers. So, okay, before we go into that, I'll just tell you that there are hundreds and thousands of games in improv, and you have the luxury of maybe designing a new game yourself. You have the capacity, and if you have the capacity, you can design. So we'll just try some basic simple games of improv, which you might have seen in some TV shows or some Netflix shows, and anywhere you might have just seen a video somewhere in YouTube. So today we'll go with the simplest examples of improv comedy. So we will start with one of the most famous improv games, which is questions only. All right. I think you might have been part of some places where you might have heard this. So we would just like to have a sample test first. So I would just like to invite 2 of our volunteers who have already done this, so that I believe they might perform better this time. Okay, Namrata is one who is raising her hand. Please. So we have Namrata. Let's give them the warmest round of applause. What we all need here is a scenario and a relationship, and then they will start. You know the format of the game, right? You have to talk in questions only. Okay? And once I say stop, then you have to stop. Okay? All right, so let's have some suggestions. Suggest a situation of conversation, of course. The best pick goes for the candidates.
Teacher student.
Teacher student, okay, that's a teacher student. Okay, and a situation?
Exam.
Okay, let them decide the situation. We will have teacher and student. Okay, let's not give them situation. Okay, so your time starts now.
Who will teach rules?
Anybody can start.
Teacher.
I'll be teacher.
Yeah.
Why didn't you do your homework today?
Why did you give so much homework?
It's tough enough.
Change. Okay, I'm sorry, pausing this. So we would need a third volunteer because just to have a next round of system, I would like to request one more volunteer here. Although it was just a trial, so now we can start the actual game with one more volunteer. So that please
I have
come.
no experience.
I will
go. Oh, yeah.
Okay, you can join. So what happens here is when somebody says a statement instead of a question, I say change and the next person replaces that person, okay? All right, everyone fine? All right, so when I say change, one who says statement, whoever it is, then will be replaced by Shailu and the system goes on, okay? Akarsha, can you help me with the timing? Yeah, so we need similar fashion with the table topic, okay? So we'll have green at 1,
Okay.
yellow at 1:30 and red at 2. We'll stop at 2. If at all we are able to continue. All right, so let's have huge round of applause for the first set. Your time starts now.
Why didn't you do your homework?
Don't you think you give too much homework?
Why you think that? Every other student did, why didn't you complete it?
Because
Change. Change.
What is your name?
Shailu.
From the stage area.
Yeah.
What is your name?
You don't know name of your own teacher. You don't know the street where I live.
Where do you study?
Why you ask so many questions?
What is your father's name?
Will you stop asking some silly questions?
Are you married?
what will you do by knowing my marital status?
What do you want?
I want your homework, don't you know that?
Yesterday, my principal was calling you.
Why should I make her call you?
Change.
Today you may, should I make the principal call you?
Why do you want to do that?
Why didn't you do your homework?
Why should I do always my homework?
How will you succeed in your life then?
All right, change.
What is A plus B whole square?
Don't you know that? I told you that, right?
What's Pythagoras theorem?
You don't know anything, right?
What do you have in your lunch?
How are you in this school?
What's the dinner plan?
Why do you want to know all these things except studies?
Your recent travel plan?
What?
All right, thank you so much, guys. Can we get a huge round of applause? Okay. This seemed a little bit like flawless presentation. So we'll have some new folks now who have not tried this earlier. I mean, you can still be part if you have tried earlier, but let's okay. So we have 2-3 volunteers. Let's go with that. Yeah, please come. Please come. We'll have another round.
You need 2 or 3
That
people.
side. We need 3 volunteers. Of course. No, we have 3 here. We'll go with the next. I have a special game for you.
List of questions.
No, how are
Okay, and okay, just one more thing. So Shailu was going in 2x speed. We need to get this down to 1x. All right. So we will start with these 2 players, and then you can join once they have to change. Okay. So let's have a situation again. Any? No, we will change.
Mother-in-law and daughter-in-law.
Oh. So you start as mother-in-law, you as daughter-in-law, of course. And Any special situation?
I'll give you a situation. You call mother-in-law after a long time, and then what she says.
All right. So you have called your mother-in-law after 3 days.
Yeah,
3 days.
that is a long time.
Sorry, after 3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours. 3 hours.
3 days, 3 days.
No, 3 hours is good enough. She did not call. She did not call back.
We don't call.
Okay, let's settle. 3 days. 3 days. Common ground 3 days. Okay. Okay, let's see what we do.
Mother-in-law. Father-in-law.
You have to connect whatever. You have to be either mother-in-law or daughter-in-law. So you have to start conversation with questions and it has to continue. If somebody makes a statement, I'll say change and Sai will replace whoever has done that. Okay? All right, all set? 1, 2, 3, let's start.
Why did you call me?
Do you ask each other the same question?
I'll ask whatever question I want. Why do you care?
Okay, you can, why didn't you ask the same question to your son?
My son is amazing. Are you amazing?
He is amazing because he chose me.
Okay, just for clarity, I'm removing this. I thought the conversation was getting heated up. Alright, let's please move on.
My son is amazing. Are you amazing?
He told me I'm amazing. What do you think? What else do you think?
I definitely don't think you are amazing. Have you seen the type of clothes you wear?
How dare
The statement.
How dare you question?
Cross question.
Please continue.
What do you say?
How dare you talk about my clothes?
I dare to talk about anything. And I.
Yeah. Your new mother-in-law. Now we'll see.
I can ask anything. What type of clothes you are wearing?
Please continue.
What will you do if I file for divorce?
Oh.
Okay.
Mother-in-law again.
That's your fate.
What will you do if I file for divorce?
I'll be very happy. My son will be free of all of this, and you like it will be so amazing. Like I.
Thank you.
I will use it.
Thank you so much. I'm being very flawless.
I will use it my future.
I will experience for inspiration.
You're not very flawless, and I think the
No, I am
experience was
happy,
coming
but
out
my
from
mother-in-law
inside.
is really amazing. She is like I just want to make up random stuff.
Alright, so we have. Alright, I think I'm the moderator here. Alright, so we have, we will change the game a little bit and we will have next set of volunteers for this. So I would now request 2 more volunteers. Okay, Karthik, I see. Please come. Please come. We have 2 demigods here, Krishna and Karthik. What a coincidence. Okay. No, they are gods. Alright. Okay. I know you took it very seriously. It was just a situation. Okay, so we'll have a new game which is called one word story. Okay. So what we do in one word story is we start with a story. Okay, and then only one person will speak. Okay. Okay, so I would need 2 more volunteers so that we can continue this. Please come. 2 more volunteers. Okay, so I'll give you a brief about how to proceed with this game. Yeah, let's have 2 volunteers. You please stand in the middle. Yeah. Okay, so we will give you a situation and the story will start from the first player. Okay. So he has to speak only one word, and the next word will be spoken by you, and so on. All right? Are you all fine? And the other question, only one word per player. Okay?
One clarity, sorry.
Yeah.
Like only nouns or what kind of?
Anything, any word, just one word. Okay? Are you all in?
Yes.
It will go for only 30 seconds. We'll see if they are comfortable. Otherwise, we'll give them a count of words. So everybody will have a count, specific count. Okay? So first we'll go with this one word. Okay? So your situation is, again, any suggestion?
Bus stop.
Bus stop. Okay? So let's say you are the bus driver and you have to ask the passenger, you are the bus conductor and you have to ask passengers where you want to go. Okay? Let's start.
How to say one word in English?
Any one. So everybody has to. So how this game works is everybody has to make others star. So if somebody says, "Hey," then the next will say, "How are you going to do this?"
Yes.
So you have to be very much at the moment, okay, to understand this and to be a better player.
Only single word.
Only single word. We'll go for 30 seconds. We'll see how it goes. Let's start.
Is the timer ever 30 seconds?
Yeah. So no, I'll change this. Yeah.
Start.
Yeah.
Quick.
Turn.
Down.
Get up.
Start.
Here.
Go.
Where?
Destination.
Is.
No.
Give. All right, let's pause. I just wanted to do this because I wanted to make it very clear that in one word it may not be very proper, okay? Because people are not getting paid. So let's give a word count to them so that they stick to that word count. Let's say. Let's decide a word count for Ravindra.
1, 3.
So you have to speak only 3 words. All right. Let's have one word count for Karthik.
1.
One.
Okay, 1. Let's go for 1. 2. 1, 2, 2. And yours? 4. So okay, let's repeat the word count. 3, 1, 2, 4.
Exactly 4 or
Exactly 4 words. Not like get up. All right. So okay, let's change the story. Let's change the story. So there is appraisal happening, okay, and there is a conversation. Let's keep that off the record. This company will not mention the name of the company. Okay. Otherwise, like people who are very much into this game, they will understand. Okay. So Ravindra will start as one of the employees who has got a very bad appraisal, and he's okay. Everybody else will join. You have to continue the same thing. So you will, let's say you are venting out in front of your mother-in-law. So Karthik is basically one employee who is venting in front of his, Ravindra, venting in front of his mother-in-law that why, and he's trying to justify why he did not get a good hike. Okay. So. Okay, no, we'll keep it mother-in-law. Today, mother-in-law is the strongest force. All right, if everybody is ready, we'll start. So only employee speaks. Mother-in-law will not come into picture. You are just justifying your state in front of mother-in-law. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. Let's start.
Hike.
3 words.
Oh, 3 words.
You have to, so just for benefit of everybody, you can actually count like this. You know, I, then the other person will start. Did not get high like that.
Planning to switch.
The job.
The
The job.
Because of my height. Because of my height. Start my business. One. Three. I will start.
My own business.
My native place. I will encourage. Everyone
Should do this. Should do, sorry.
this has lot of potential. Please continue. It is booming. In
My native.
along with my friends.
He's always starting.
I will compete and
Go ahead.
together we can win. We will not
Give any damn.
for the competition. Your competition.
All right, that's scene. Thank you so much.
That's me. Insist him to go.
That was wonderful. Can we have a big round of applause? Okay, I know, just for interest of time, we'll have one more game. If time. Please come. So for the interest of time, we'll have just one more game. Anybody? Okay, how much time I'm allowed now? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. So we have one last game. I need 3 more volunteers. 3 more volunteers. Three. Please come. Okay, so you might have heard about the turncoat. Yes. Turncoat, what Karthik did. So what we'll do here is we'll mix the questions only with turncoat. All right? Questions only with turncoat means when I say switch, okay? So the game will start with 2 volunteers, okay, 2 players. Third will be in the reserve. They will start with questions only. And at any moment I can say switch. And so the characters will switch. So let's say if you're mother-in-law, you'll become daughter-in-law. If you're daughter-in-law, you'll become mother-in-law. And that same position will continue. Okay, whoever replaces becomes the same character. All right? It's
Or you
just
to
that.
talk in questions. Okay.
Yes, talk in questions. And the moment I say switch, you have to switch your character.
Okay.
So you have to be very aware, very mindful. And this is what improv is all about. Staying very mindful about the game. Very mindful about where you are and what you're doing. Okay? So I've chosen all these because they are supposedly the better experts in the game. So we'll start and see how it goes. Okay? So I would like Barnali and Abhinav to start. I think you can stay as a reserve. Okay, now let's have 2 characters other than mother-in-law and daughter-in-law.
Shopkeeper and then.
Sorry?
Buyer.
Shopkeeper and buyer.
Okay, shopkeeper and buyer. So you are shopkeeper and you are buyer in HCL Fish Market. HCL Fish Market. And
It is class of fish market.
okay. So, okay, Akarsha, we'll again time this for 3 minutes. Okay? Thank you. So let's start. What we'll say? 1, 2, 3, let's start.
What do you want?
I want fish, obviously. Oh, sorry. What do you think I want?
Which fish do you want?
What are the good quality fish that you have?
Which is your favorite color of the fish?
I like red. Can you give me a red fish?
Why can't you take green one?
Why should I take green?
Switch. You are shopkeeper. So you are shopkeeper now and you are the buyer.
How much money do you have to buy fish?
How much money is required to buy green fish?
How much can you afford?
How much the fish costs?
Do you think you can pay how much this costs?
Why do you think I can't pay?
Are you a non-vegetarian?
Why do you care?
Why will I give my fish to someone who doesn't eat it, who wastes it?
Not have to give to somebody else. Switch. Why to buy the green?
You have to continue from where you are.
Why didn't you tell me the price of the, why didn't you give me the red one? I wanted red. Why didn't you give me that?
To whom do you want to give this?
How does that matter to you?
It depends.
Continue.
So,
You're the shopkeeper.
You're Bengali, can eat fish.
Okay, let's continue, please.
Okay, you're the shopkeeper.
okay,
Do you eat the fish that you sell?
does it look like I eat the fish that I sell?
How do you let the fish go to your customers when you love fish so much?
Why can't I eat the fish we sell? Switch.
Switch, okay.
What?
What am I? I'm a shopkeeper. Okay.
You're a fish.
Have you come here to waste my time?
Change.
So I am the shopkeeper.
No.
No, I am the
I'm
buyer.
the shopkeeper. You're the buyer.
Are you a fish?
Do you think a fish will come to buy a fish?
Okay, change. All right, see, thank you so much. Can we have a huge round of applause for all? Now you all must have realized what is exactly needed for improv, and that is being in the moment. Okay, you have to be fully present, and that's why whenever you start, if you go to some workshops and all, they first do some exercises, okay, just to make you be in present. Okay, although I should have started it with that exercise, but I thought, okay, first we'll give you example, and then if I do that exercise, it will be helpful to all of you. Okay, can you all please rise up from wherever you're seated? I'll just take 1 more minute to make you understand why it is necessary. Please spread out. Please spread out. Don't be at one place, everyone. Yeah, come this side. Come this side. Some of you please can come. I'm extremely sorry for the online folks. You just have to see today. Because
Only one.
Yeah.
Okay, come here. There's a camera there.
All right. So what is going? Sure, you can come this way.
Yeah.
So okay. One of the good games that has been designed. One of the good practices is. So we have a game called Zip, Zap, Zop. This is just to bring your awareness at the table, like just that you all are being very much aware of what is happening. So how do we play this? So we point to somebody and say zip, and then he or she takes the next level and points to somebody else anywhere. Okay, so you have to be very careful who's pointing you, and then you have to point to somebody else. So let's say I say zip, then he says zap. So you have to, and then you have to throw it to the next level. Say zop, zip, zap, zop. You cannot just say again zip, zip, zip. So you have to be very careful about not repeating. You have to be very careful about who's pointing, whether it is pointing to you or no, and you have to direct to somebody else. Okay, are we all clear?
Yes.
Okay, this again you will understand why it is necessary to exercise this. Okay, let's quickly start. I'll start with somebody, and then you have to repeat in full cycle. We'll do just for 1 minute so that we understand. Okay, Akasha, can you help us with the timing? At 1 minute, you flash the red card. We are already over time. Okay. Zip.
Zap. Zop.
Zip.
No, you have to do like this.
Okay. Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip. Zap.
Zop.
Zip. Zap.
Zop. Zip.
Zap.
Zop. Zop. Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zap. Zop.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zap. Start, continue. It's with you.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop. Zip.
Zap.
Zop. Zip.
Zap.
Oh, zip.
Zop.
Zop.
Okay. Zop.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. I hope it is very clear why these games are designed. These are designs in order to make you be very present and be very mindful of what is happening around you. Improv has not only brought a new sense of laughter, but it has already helped millions of people in getting better at their jobs, being very much fully present at everywhere and in every situation of life. So if you get a chance to read a little bit more about improv, do read, do try to understand. The games are designed in a manner that you have to make others hero, you have to be fully present, and this is how the game succeeds. You don't need to be a stand-up comedian, you just need to be part of a team that works well to bring comedy and bring laughter. With that, I hand over back to our Toastmaster today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kaushal, for that wonderful improv and how to be alive, like present in the present moment. This reminds me of my childhood or college days when there is a theorem or a big problem equation to remind. My teacher used to say by heart it so that you can remember it. Even when he used to say that even when I wake you up in the midnight, 12 o'clock, you have to tell that equation. So that reminds me of that. So we have to be present in wherever we are. So with that, we have discussed about financial year, and so now I would like to, as we have done with table topics as well. So first, I would like to end with a quote, a famous quote, which is useful for everyone. Satisfied life is better than successful life, because our success is measured by others, but satisfaction is measured by our own soul, mind, and heart. That is the same. And also this April, yesterday, April 3rd, we are celebrating anniversary of Abhinav, and he is the first Tirthankara. And also they celebrate this month as Akshay Tritiya. So the people might be knowing, women and girls might be knowing. Akshay Tritiya is gold and other valuable things. And so this Abhinav was a famous, he was a famous king who left everything, and he went to like sannyasi, and he went to Himalayas, and he prayed, and he did fast and meditation for 6 months, and when he returned back, he left everything, his property, kingdom, wife, children, everything, and he came to beg in the streets, and finally somebody gave him a sugarcane juice. So that is what this Jains community celebrate this festival. So this, and also this month falls under 9th we have Ugadi, Telugu New Year, and also on 11th I think we have Ramzan. So this month is full of festivals. So with that, I would like to move on to the next agenda of the meeting, that is evaluation section. So I would like to invite General Evaluator Daipayan to the stage.
So speech evaluation, I will go. Okay. So, round of applause. I think great meeting. I'm running a bit short of time, so I'll get into it quickly. We first call upon the evaluator of the first prepared speech, Toastmaster Barnali, to give her.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. I would like to first congratulate Toastmaster Swati for completing the icebreaker. So I would like to share something which I read somewhere about sense of humor. Sense of humor is the oil of a person's life or the life's engine, basically. So it is the best way to connect to people. And I think the crux of your speech was that. In 3 words, if I can define the whole speech, I would say it had simplicity, it had humor, and it had vulnerability. You were vulnerable, you exposed yourself as not someone who is the perfect one. So that was fabulous, I think. You came across very friendly in your speech. You were talking to people. You were not presenting really. It was like as if you're just talking. So that was great, and that helped in connecting. Your speech was light-hearted. It generated a lot of laughter. People laughed at your experiences, the descriptions that you've given. In fact, I could visualize when you were talking about, going for that interview and how you were scrolling down and acting and stuff like that. I think fabulous job there. You were confident. I think for a first speech, you were very confident. You have that sense of humor again that helps you in making fun of yourself, which is not easy. When we make fun of others, it doesn't really generate the laughter. It's like when we laugh at ourselves, that works. And you have it in you. Especially I like that tube light moment. And you use the idiom of the word as well, idiom of the day as well. It's not easy to remember in between speech. I know that because I cannot do that. Last moment I can't. So fabulous job again. What you might want to work on is maybe leave the laptop behind, don't bring it here. Whatever you remember, present. I think that makes sense. When we try to look for it, we tend to get more confused. And really the audience doesn't know what you have planned to say. So if you forget something, just let it go. That's fair enough. The second thing I would say is, maybe this is your first speech, but then maybe in the future you can think of something like adding a US, like if I would like to introduce myself to the audience, I would like to attach myself to one thing that I would want the audience to remember. So maybe, describing myself as a storyteller or attaching myself as someone who makes a lot of mistakes and learns from it. So one aspect which you want your audience to remember about you, you could do something like that. Instead of saying everything, like you could say, but then something that would remind people about you. That you could have worked on. I think okay. I would like to challenge you to actually present a speech at a pace, like not the volume, like the pace at the speed. Yes, work on that. Add pauses where possible. I think then you will be a fabulous speaker. Again, fabulous is the word that I learned now, other than awesome. Okay, so big round of applause.
Okay. Next, I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Narayanan, who was the evaluator for Toastmaster Maheshwar.
Welcome to the stage from the land of Nawabs and Kebabs. Toastmaster Mahesh. Tongue goes dry, your throat dries up, patched up, you feel like swaying. You probably tell the education, probably I'll do the speech next week. All these things probably come when you first do the icebreaker. So it was very heartening to see that you have finally broken the ice. And believe me when I tell you, it is definitely not easy. It could probably feel easy sitting there, but to come here, deliver a speech from 4 to 6 minutes about yourself, not that easy. But then let's see how it goes. I could see that you had a lot of darts the DARTS packed in your pocket, and as and when you throw it on the board, it may definitely made a lot of impact. Let's dissect those darts and to see how it hit the target. The courage to face audience, as I told you earlier, it's definitely not easy, and it's a lifelong exercise that needs to be built up. You definitely built that courage, and I'm sure it's backing you all the way through those 4 to 6 minutes. Your first dart was on the journey. As expected, for the objective, each and every dart talked about your particular journey, but those journey were not complex, were not sophisticated, did not carry any unwanted emotion. It was kept very plain and simple. Your origin, your career shift, and the opportunities that you probably initially lost, and your feeling that you faced when you lost opportunities, the willingness to get back to your roots, harness yourself better, come back again, shoot those darts again. These 4 or 5 elementary points, you sold yourself as a very, very tough and resilient person. Those darts, pretty sharp, they hit the target right in the center, full marks on that. That also shows you that you are actually a person who is practically determined, doesn't care about doing a fool's errand. Next on your personal life, on what's your family composition, what do you do, your pastime, your hobbies are also described. Those dots stuck to the target as expected by this objective of this particular speech. I was very happy to note that your speech at this level had a nice opening, a decent body, and a rational closing. Now, the areas where probably the darts left the target were the pin of the dart, the title of the speech. That was missing. The title is not icebreaker, it's the title of your icebreaker. It's something like Maheshwar's journey or the journey called blah blah blah, whatever it is. So title is very important because the title variant is announced, brings in lots of curiosity. I saw the title was missing, not announced. And then we can talk about the conclusion. The conclusion is probably the icing on the cake that could have been extended a bit. That could have given a climax to your speech. We can talk about body language and handling the conclusion in the days to come. I'm sure you have a mentor assigned to you. Work closely with your mentor. Have all your darts packed up again, sharp, ready to be thrown at the target. We'll see you on the board next time. That's it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Narayanan. Like always, a very craftily devised evaluation. Finally, I'll call upon Toastmaster Abhinav for the evaluation of Toastmaster Shailu.
Thank you, Dr. Daipayan. My target speaker, Toastmaster Shailu. I'll divide the evaluation in 6 letters. First is C, creative and confident. As soon as you started, you told a story and you showed that you're confident. And not only you're confident, the story was very creative as well. Everybody laughed about it. Right? Second is R, that is you remembered everything. I know it's a jam-packed word-to-word thing. You remember and deliver. It's a great delivery. So remembering is very difficult to do for a speech like this, but you remember each and every word. You didn't fumble anywhere. That means your remembrance and delivery was superb. Third was amazing vocabulary. I think whatever words you used, they carried weight and gravitas. So whatever you spoke was pretty clear. The vocabulary was good. And I think Gamlian would have noted down some things which are really, really good. Then is F, full of examples. You gave your own example. You had a story to tell about which kind of negotiation skills are there present. So you had a lot of examples as well. T is top class preparation. So you prepared pretty well. Your few speeches back, you had a speech called The Art of Saying No. Now it's the art of getting yes. So that means you're preparing pretty well. There's full art, like you are somebody writer or something. But first thing, T basically means truth. This story actually happened with you. The negotiation you have to do for your speech actually happened with you. When you tell truthful stories, people remember it pretty well, and you can also deliver it pretty well. Lastly, why? I don't have anything for why, but I want to say it was very crafty. Okay. Basically, I didn't have why. Amazing speech, one of my favorite speeches in this club which I've seen. Great delivery, great confidence, and you showed a great example to everybody. That when you reach level 3 and above, you can do a lot of experiments as well. You can deliver speeches regarding a podcast like I did last week. It was the negotiating skills. So keep doing speeches and you're showing the path to everybody in Trailblazers pretty well. So all the best to you. Amazing speech, amazing conclusion. I loved it. I mean, one of the favorite speeches again. All the best to you. Thank you.
Right. So wonderful evaluation and very creatively put as well. So thank you. And now we'll move on to the other segment of just our meeting. I call upon Toastmaster Akarsha to give his report on the time.
Thank you. Thank you, General Director. First, icebreakers speech. Swati and Mahesh. I'll go with the name and the time taken. Swati took 5 minutes 30 seconds. Maheshwar took 4 minutes. Evaluator Barnali took 3 minutes 30 seconds. Narayan took 3 minutes, and the Abhinav took 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Prepared speeches, Shailu took 6 minutes, and the table topics, Namrata and Shailu team took 1 minute 48 seconds, and Swati's took 1 minute 58 seconds, and Karthik, Krishna, and Kaushal team took 1 minute 50 seconds, and the Abhinav, the Barnali and Daipayan team took 2 minutes 30 seconds. Over to you.
Next, Toastmaster Namrata for our counter.
So I observed many people didn't use So one of them is Toastmaster Barnali, Toastmaster Narayanan, and I forgot to count arms when table topics was going on. So sorry for that. Topics were so interesting. Other than that, many people use so, that was, so, these words a lot. When you are thinking, you can take a little bit pauses. That is okay sometimes to take pauses rather than using the repeated words. So we can all practice. Many people generated laughter. So, and a highlight I'll say Toastmaster Ravindra. From starting on the stage only, he started the. Other than that, Toastmaster Shailu and Toastmaster Maheshwar, they also cracked many jokes. Thank you. That's my report.
Toastmaster Namrata. Finally, the grammarian, Toastmaster Daksha, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daipayan. So the word of the day and phrase of the day were used a lot during this meeting, and I'm really happy about it to say that we have used it almost 10 times. And regarding grammatical improvements, I would suggest a couple of things. First, when it comes to words like men and children, there is no men's or children's. So just try to remember that. And one more thing would be when we have a singular subject, there's a plural verb with respect to present tense. So when you say he says or they say, so it goes opposite. But when you say the past tense, the same thing doesn't hold, but this is for the present tense. So when you say he says or they say, just try to remember that. I noticed that a couple of people missed that as well. So that's regarding the grammatical improvements. But otherwise, the grammar was excellent throughout the meeting today. The sayings that I really liked today, I think somebody mentioned about stay hungry and stay foolish. I think it was Daipayan. And another saying that was mentioned was, that I really liked was, success is measured by others, but satisfaction is measured by self. And one more thing, I think that was by, who was that? That was you, sorry. Yeah. And the third one that I really liked was about sense of humor, that was mentioned by Barnali. Yeah, that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you to the entire tag team. Very nice evaluations. So finally coming to just how did we do today? So before the meeting, I think, the meeting invite being sent out, I think we could do it a bit earlier in the week. I saw some conversations on Slack where people asking, are we having a meeting this week or not? And, so that could be one thing we could improve on. What we did really great this week was sending out the agenda. That was a really nice thing to see all the roles and, everything laid out, which was very nice. The introductions page, I think we are maintaining a document, and that I think the link should be available and maybe sent out along with like the flyer and the invite that we send out, just in case people want to refer it. And some of the members' names are missing there, so I think that needs to be updated as well. The meeting started off a bit on, late, a couple of minutes, which is fine, but there was a good strength of the audience offline today, which is great. And I think we didn't have any guests. I saw someone who I think left offline. So maybe that is something we can, when we start the meeting, we can maybe call out if there are guests, if there are no guests today, so that everyone is just aware. I think the ribbons and things were laid out, that went well. Overall, the theme was very apt. I think April is the month, and I think we saw so many flavors of it come out, not just like the traditional April Fool. Someone mentioned about Utkal Divas, which is like a very nice tradition. And then we learned so many things about the agriculture and, financial year coming because of that. These were new things. Pauses in between, and how I think the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ravindra, the way the sessions were conducted, that was really, and I think all of us will agree, the kind of style he has is very unique, with just pauses and things. So that went really well. I think one notable thing was just calling out the standing ovation for the icebreaker speech. That was a very good thing we did. And I noticed that although we had a very less audience online on Zoom today, but I think Toastmaster Akarsha stood up even from online. So that's something we did well. Overall, I think because we were more in number offline, I think there was less participation online, but we should try and involve our online audience more. Good icebreaker speeches, I think very, very nicely done. Evaluations very spot on as well, but I'd like to call out the titles. I think that was important, like how Toastmaster Narayanan called out. That was good. Table topics. So I think that was it's in the spirit of improvisation. Table topics, we know, is all about improvisation, and we learned a lot about improving and doing that. But I felt we could have maybe tied it a bit to like what is table topics, and although today we don't have guests, but if we are doing something new like this, we should probably tie it to the original spirit of it. A lot of laughter and energy, and I really liked the way we were also adjusting the online camera so that we had a large number of people here. So that adjustment was going on as the session proceeded. So that was good. Timing, I think we've already crossed 10 minutes, so that we can do better. Some of us came a bit late, but I think that happens. That's something we need to improve. That's all. That's my evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daipayan. He is giving his first time evaluation. That was a wonderful. So with that, we have enough time. So now I would like to hand over stage to our President, Shailu.
Thank you so much. Give a big round of applause for each one of you for such a wonderful meeting today. I'm very glad to see Toastmaster Ravindra, Toastmaster Daipayan, first time general evaluator, and especially Toastmaster Kaushal for such a beautiful act and entertaining us in between. So thank you so much to everyone for making this meeting so lively. And I'm very much glad to see the full house full, like no seat is there. Every seat is filled. So thank you so much for coming and taking the time. So I request everyone to please vote. And in between, as we don't have any guest online, but offline we can say we have one guest. Ma'am, would you please like to introduce yourself and just share how you felt today?
Hi, I'm Swati Singh, and I attended the Hindi Divas celebration. That was the first one because I wanted to, like, I joined recently. I joined last year in August. I wanted to get involved in the groups that are there in Oracle. I am also part of the Oracle volunteer group. So I was part of the Women's Day part where we went to, one was an online session and one was visiting the college and engaging women to join the STEM roles. And yeah, like I have around 10 years of experience and I'm a BI developer. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. In feedback, as you joined in between, anyway, what you felt?
Yeah, so like since I'm also improving on the talking side, so like when I heard the feedback for everyone, so I came to know that I also do like I also have those pauses and that so that.
Correct.
So I also have to improve on that.
We're glad that you liked it, and we always welcome you as a guest. Multiple times you can just come and have in a meeting. So you are always invited. Thank you so much, Swati. Everyone voted? Abhinav, do we have the count?
We had 13 votes. I hope everybody has voted.
Offline, everyone done?
Okay, we have 14 now.
Okay.
Anybody wants to vote still?
Online audience, Akasha, Maria, you done? Okay.
Okay, then allow.
Yeah,
Announce
please.
the results.
I was not there for the entire thing, so I did not vote, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Okay. 15 responses we got.
Okay.
So the best speaker today goes to Shailu. The best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Narayanan. Yeah, but because we had a lot of fight. I know how people are there. It's a tie though between Ravindra and Dakshayani. The best role taker is Toastmaster Kaushal. We got 5 stars, 10 to 8.
Thank you so much, Abhinav, for the ballot and announcing the result. And congratulations to all the winners. Before that, I would like, Abhinav, can you please share the screen, that Slack channel, that Excel sheet?
Okay.
So what we want, like we have an Excel sheet, when we in the roles, we have the Excel sheet tagged in our Slack channel. Abhinav will show where it is. Whether you have to book any speech slot, any other roles, please go there and fill. Like generally for the speaker, we have 2 slots. So just maintain that, like just try to have 2 slots each day, each meeting, and just, you can, Abhinav, just show where it is, from where we can take it. Just go to that Slack channel and
okay.
Toastmasters Slack channel.
Okay, I will do that.
Because in mobile it's not edible, so edible. You can't edit in mobile. So
We can edit. Download sheets
and then
so it's pinned on our channel anyways. One of the pinned things will be there and it'll also bookmarked somewhere here.
There's also this canvas option here.
There's a 3 line there.
It's also there. So it's also in canvas.
Yes.
Okay. Meeting agenda is the one. It is a tracker. You can also find the Zoom backgrounds from the same place. It's also marked here, the meeting notes tracker.
Yes.
And
So-
it's also pinned somewhere, you can check it.
So you can open it and you can see what are the slots available, what roles you want to take, and accordingly you can just fill it up. And whoever is the speaker, just try to share your evaluation sheet to the evaluator before the meeting, especially with the titles and all filled it. You can just see in the next meeting we have Dinesh and Narayanan already filled up the speaker roles. So you can just do it in advance, whatever you want.
Where do I fill for icebreaker?
That will tell you.
I just wrote it there.
Okay.
Okay.
If we are doing something special, then we can adjust somewhere.
Adjust, yeah.
So right now, T-Mod is missing from next week, so we should also plan for that.
Yeah, and whoever is there, please, if you want, you can just pick the T-Mod, whoever is willing to take the TMOD role, just fill it there.
Just one thing to say, Toastmasters is not a paced program. You can take your own time to do anything. But it's good to book slots in advance so that there's no clash that, I mean, all the meetings should end on time also, right? We should book in advance and so that there's no confusion. If somebody is booking multiple times, like me, because I want to finish my level. So same way you can also do that. Okay.
May not be having it next Thursdays or so.
So we'll tell you after our XCOM meeting, we'll tell you what is the date accordingly. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. And we'll take a group photograph. I request everyone to please. If you know, we'll discuss it.
Akasha, can you take group photographs in short?
What's the object? Who's your mentor?
Abhinav, we should move the XCOM.
Okay.
Kal karte hain.
Next week, you need to work on that. You will do great.
Maria,
Enjoyed the speech. Excellent.
we are moving the XCOM meeting to next day. I'll send you the updated.
Yeah, okay. So planning for tomorrow, right?
Yes, because we are running short
Sure.
of time.
Yes, sure, no problem.
Thank you so much. But I request you to please come on camera. Akasha, would you help us taking the video? Thank you.
Come in all. Come. On top. Everybody visible?
Yes.
Yes, except
Those each other come this side. We are
Come. We will not see. Okay.
ready?
You can pin this screen. A lot of people are there offline today.
Okay. Okay, I think all are there already. Okay, smile.
Yay!
Done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Narayan, come back.
What is? Oh my God.
What is what we have to do like this? Like this?
Something.
Coronation.
What we can do?
Please.
This was missing since 2 weeks. Now, Shailu will show.
What was that? Just here, definitely here. Maza aaya.
I don't know what, how is it?
कुछ नहीं.
It's a maze.
Trailblazers.
1, 2, 3, start.
ऐसे करते हो.
Bye. Done.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Chaitanya, Sai, Abhiksha, Dakshayani and Swati.
Thank you,
We
Akasha.
have a
Thank
new
you, Maria.
new members induction program, Aurora. You must
Thanks,
have
bye.
seen the group chat.
Bye.
Register